A few days ago, I made this video talking about the possibility that the Golden State Warriors might void this massive 4-team trade that sent James Wiseman to the Pistons and GP2 back to the Bay. Well, we just got some news updates on that. According to NBA insider Shams Charania, quote, the Warriors will go through with the GP2 4-team trade. Sources told The Athletic and Stadium, Golden State will not pass Payton's physical exam, sources said, but has decided to move forward with a deal that brings back the key 2022 championship piece. Later on again, we also learned from Shams that, quote, the NBA has received a complaint from the Golden State Warriors against the Portland Trail Blazers, and the league has launched a review of potential misleading by the Blazers regarding Gary Payton's status, sources told The Athletic and Stadium. If you want a full breakdown of this entire situation, check out my previous video. I will make sure to leave a link of that in the description box down below. Despite being lied to by the Blazers, the Warriors still make this trade go through. Now, with the fact that GP2 likely won't return until the playoffs or the end of the regular season, many wonder why the Golden State Warriors still accepted this trade. In today's video, we'll be talking about if the Golden State Warriors actually make the right decision to accept this deal. So with that being said, let's roll the intro.
Hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match.
Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with another video. If it's the first time watching, I make NBA content every single day. If you want the latest NBA news and rumors on your feed, all you gotta do is leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you will not be missing any of my future upload. Now, let's start the video by first talking about some following updates from the trade. According to NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski, quote, Warriors shared with league office that they believe Blazers withheld relevant medical information prior to agreeing on the trade. NBA could punish Portland with fine or loss of picks if the investigation were to discover a failure to disclose relevant information. If you were to ask me about this, I'm still shocked about this entire situation. Maybe this has happened before, but I've never seen such nonsense like this when a team reportedly lied to another under a trade. Now, also from NBA front office insider Bobby Marks, we also learned that, quote, the NBA sent each team a memo last week stating that all medical information must be disclosed at the time of the trade. The league can certainly launch an investigation on behalf of Golden State that could take weeks or months, not likely 24 hours. Again, I'm very surprised that the NBA did not require teams to disclose all medical information at the time of the trade. But again, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it seems to me that the Blazers will definitely be punished, and I'll make sure to update you guys once we get some more information on that. Okay, now let's talk about the Golden State Warriors themselves. In essence, the team traded James Wiseman for GP2, which is actually a really decent move in my opinion. Despite being the number 2 overall pick, the James Wiseman experiment did not work out for Golden State. I wouldn't necessarily call James Wiseman a bust, but he's pretty close to that. Coming out of Memphis, I expected Wiseman to be a dominant force on both sides of the court and average maybe 20 points and 10 boards per game with a few blocks and a few 3-point shots made. But to be honest, none of that happened. Due to injury, Wiseman's rookie campaign got cut short. Starting 27 out of the 39 games they played, Wiseman was averaging 11.5 points, 5.8 rebounds, almost 1 block per game. At the time, I feel good about this because, again, it's his first year in the league. With the projection we're making, Wiseman could definitely have his next year averaging 15 points and 10 rebounds per game, but then he got hurt once again and missed the entire season. And then this year, Wiseman only played in 21 games, mostly during garbage time, averaging 6.9 points and 3.4 rebounds per game, so basically getting less production in every category. Most importantly, despite his size and frame, Wiseman has a defensive rating of almost 114 this season, so not ideal at all. What really frustrated me is that the Warriors has such high hope on Wiseman. Now, if Golden State were to trade away the number 2 overall pick for the draft, they can easily acquire a star player that can contribute right away on a high level, but instead, the team drafted James Wiseman. To be honest, at the time, I got this dream where the Golden State Warriors have a starting five of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and James Wiseman, where Wiseman completely revamped the center position for Golden State, where he has the length to dominate the paint, but at the same time have a threat behind the arc so that the opposing defense can never leave the Warriors center wide open. But again, none of that happened. Especially if we think about the fact that GP2 won't return to the playoffs or the end of the regular season, it devalues Wiseman's worth within the Warriors organization even more. And now let's talk about GP2. Here is the simple logistics. Payton will miss about 3 months, so like we said before, that's around the end of the regular season or the start of the playoffs. Now, here's the small problem here. One major reason why the Golden State Warriors required Payton here is to boost up the backcourt defense while Steph Curry is out with injury. Well, now with GP2 missing more time than Steph, it somewhat devalues the trade. However, the Warriors still pulled this trade, and I think that shows us a total of 2 things. Number 1, they really don't want James Wiseman on the team anymore. From the contract perspective, Wiseman has a cap hit of $9.6 million this year and about $12.1 next year. So purely based on performance, Wiseman is somewhat overpaid. If the Warriors wait until this offseason or next year, Wiseman's value will be even lower and it will be more difficult for the team to move him considering the fact that he's in the final year of his rookie deal with a pretty heavy cap hit. Now, number 2, the Warriors are confident they will make it to the playoffs. Like we said, playoff is when GP2 will likely return, so if the Warriors can't even make it there, it makes no sense to acquire Payton. Now, the downside of this is Payton will not be able to build as much chemistry as if he were to play right now already. But his previous 2 years with the Warriors should have a positive impact on his connections with the squad. If we look at the Warriors this entire season, their defensive rating is in the middle of the league, so the definition of average or even below average under Steve Kerr's standard. Just last year, the Warriors had the best defense in the league, and that was a huge factor on their championship run. So if they want a chance to compete for the championship, they have to boost up the defense, and GP2, in my opinion, is the definition of elite defense, so that totally makes sense there. These past 3 years with the Warriors, GP2 was averaging 6.5 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game, while shooting 36.3% behind the arc. But most importantly, like we said before, GP2's defense is absolutely elite. Last year with the Warriors, he had a defensive rating of 102.6, and the year before that, 95.2. So it's clear to us that the Warriors really wanted GP2's presence on the defensive side. Overall, it makes perfect sense to me that the Warriors agreed to the trade despite Blazers' nonsense and misleading information. I assume the Warriors made up their mind that Wiseman will not be able to contribute regardless of the regular season or the playoffs, so the team might as well just get some security blankets for the playoffs that they know for sure will be able to contribute on a high level, especially from the fact that GP2 is a smaller cap hit than James Wiseman, and doing such trade not only improves the roster, but this also saves the Warriors owner about $7 million in luxury tax this year and about $30 million next year, so that's a W on all levels. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you think the Warriors made the right decision to accept the trade. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media with all the links in the description box down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.